Hey everybody, and good morning to you. It is a beautiful day here in Florida. Great weather, a little bit breezy here. I hope the weather is improving where you are. We got lots of great things going on today, including our best value of the day. I'm gonna get to that in a bit. Brand new flowers. We got the hummingbird mint. We've got this amazing rose tree. So many beautiful things. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook. I'd love to hear your comments or your questions. So we always check the mail, as you know. Let's go check our mail to see what's going on over here. Yeah?
You've got mail.
I appreciate that. Let's put the little thing down. Here we go. So every day or every week we do this, we ask a question of our Facebook friends out there. So here's our question of the day. And remember, if you get picked with the answer, you get $25. What the heck? It's free money. What are you going to do with all your extra daylight? Because daylight savings time. Next week, Lindsay, it's next Saturday night at midnight. You got to turn the clocks back. So what are you going to do with the extra hour? I got to think about it. Is it this Saturday? What the heck? I'm off Sunday. That's good. I don't lose an hour of sleep. Anyway, we are also doing $10 if you get a brand new HSN credit card. Don't forget about that. Remember to feed the birds. We have bird feeders available online. We already filled it. This is actually our double level. This is the one that feeds the birds on the top and the hummingbirds on the bottom. I think we have that available if you want to get that. But it is amazing, all right? If you want to get this, feed the birds. You know, you're not going to get all those great creatures to your yard unless you put food out there. They love that. So every show I pick an item. Now I have the Today Special twice in my 3 hours, so I'm excited, first off, on that. But I gotta show you this, all right? Because I'm buying this after the show today. I've spent more money already, I think, this year in my garden show than I did all year last year. This is called our Leaf and Petal 2-in-1 Patio Rose Tree. Look at it. Just come here. Look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You have multiple color roses built in, and it grows as a tree. I don't know how they did it. I know they bred it. Amazing for $54.99. What they did is they put two varieties and they paired them together. So you've got the colors of peach and gold and just deeper tones, green as the background. You'll see it's on one stalk, but there's two plants built into this. It's coming up later. It's my pick of the show. You're gonna absolutely love it. Look at how gorgeous that is. I can't wait to get that today. But we know how much you love hibiscus, all right? We did it last year, not something similar as the best value of the day. When you see this, you're gonna be blown away. If you love beautiful flowers, you'll love our Today's Special. Already over 10,000. 10,000 already gone with good reason. Everybody loves hibiscus. They are the most beautiful flowers. They are jumbo blossoms. They go anywhere from about 6 to 8 inches across. I mean, they are absolutely breathtaking. You get 4 varieties in the colors of red, rose, white, and the swirl, which is my favorite. That's the multicolor one. These are tough, super hardy. They grow anywhere in the United States. They come back year after year after year. You get 4 growing and glowing plants all ready to go, all right? This is not bare root. They're coming in little pots. All you do is put them in a bigger pot. Make sure you get some of our Leaf and Petal Garden fertilizer. I always tell you to buy this. It makes a job so much easier when you get this. This is item number 713-624 if you want to get that. But anyway, and you mix that with a gallon of water and just pour it in like once every couple of 3 weeks. It's easy. There it is on hsn.com. We'll show you that really quick. I always talk about the plant food. Gotta have it. Little capsule, throw it in water, mix it up, pour it on your plants. Fantastic. So come on over here. Let me show you how they look when they're thriving. These are probably in year 2 right now. And I will tell you, you will get blossoms, a ton of them the first year, okay? Because hibiscus grow great. And they grow everywhere, all right? And remember, when we send them out to you, we know where you live because of your address. So we have a map. And you will get them based on where you're located in the country. So if you're in the northern part of the country, you're gonna wait a little bit longer. You won't be charged until they go out. And then if you live in the middle of the country, you see around, like around early to mid-April. And then obviously if you live in the southern half of the country, you're gonna be getting them right away. They are beautiful. They are winter hardy. They are heat loving. gardening. You could put these in the patio, in the garden. These are ideal in pots. So if you live in an apartment or a small complex where you don't have a big yard, they're perfect in pots. And remember, you're gonna get all four. Here's a close-up of what they look like, the actual flowers. They're breathtaking, all right? Look at the color. You can separate them, you can move them around the yard wherever you want. They do love sun. I love them in pots, like you see, you'll see coming up. But it's an instant garden transformation, and you will absolutely love it. We are doing free shipping and handling. If you want to get $10 off, get a brand new HSN credit card, and we'll drop the price even lower for you. Get them home. They're so lovely. Speaking of lovely, Rochelle Greer is with us. She's standing by up there in Boston. I hope the weather is getting better up there. Hopefully it's warming up, Rochelle.
Oh, it definitely is. I have the sun streaming in. I'm excited. I actually might go pick up some of this debris in the yard today because it'll be warm enough in between my times here.
Yeah. So tell us about this selection. These are beautiful.
Oh, these are great. We've done hibiscus before here, and they are always so popular, but we've never done these, the Luna hibiscus. And what is so fantastic about these is, unlike the other hardy hibiscus that we've done before, these are a more compact variety. So you're still getting the big blooms, not as big. You know, the other ones, we called them dinner plate because they were just massive, like as big as your head or bigger. These are more like hand size. So they're still rather large. They're probably like 8 inches across. You get the same beautiful colors. They're still like that 60 mile per hour, you know, somebody driving by at 60 mile per hour is going to see these plants and going to notice them because of those big, beautiful blooms. But you can plant them in a container. You can plant them more in the middle of the bed or even the front of the bed, whereas the other ones were much bigger plants. They're, you know, 5-6 feet tall. These ones have a lot more options just because they're more compact and they don't get as big. But you still get all of this great color. And to be honest, I planted my big ones in the container last year. I'm looking forward to these because they kind of dwarfed some of the other stuff. I don't know if you remember last year I had a whiskey barrel back here and I planted them in there. They were like the root, and by the 3rd week of April, they were 3 feet tall already here in my studio. So these aren't going to get that big. They're going to be about 2-3 feet tall, you know, when they're all done growing. So yeah, and what you see there on the set, that could be, you know, down where you are, Guy, that could be year 1. It's definitely year 2 if you're more north like me. But these things really, they love the heat and the warmth. So when you have a hot, warm area, they are going to just kick off. That's what triggers them, is the warmth of the soil and the heat and the humidity. So these are super performers for that super hot time of the summer, like when all the spring stuff is kind of done and everything else is kind of choking on the heat. These are the ones that are going to come in and really give your garden that wow factor, like in July and August when everything else is struggling a bit.
Yeah, and you know, I have the braided hibiscus tree at my house, but I will tell you, these flowers are bigger than the ones that are on the tree. They're not the big jumbo dinner plate, but they're a really good size. As you can see, I'll put my hand up here. Remember, I have big hands, but still, you get an idea of the size of these blossoms. They are very, very big. That's a great shot right there, so you can sort of see my hand. This is them in the red. You will also get them in the pink. You will get them in the swirl, and you'll get them in the white. You know what I really love about hibiscus, Rochelle, too? I love the entire plant. You get this really deep green foliage behind it, but then within the blossom itself, there is so much color inside, you know, the little striations, and then the, you know, where the center of the flower is. There's so much character there.
There is. And, you know, I love these collections because they all kind of reflect off each other. So, like, the white one has the red in the throat, and the pink one has some red and pink. And so they all kind of mix and match really nicely with all these different shades of pink and white and red. So, you know, you really can't go wrong. You could get multiple sets. I'm a big fan of that. I get multiple sets because I like to have 2 or 3 of a color in a grouping. I've got a big garden, so I'm always trying to fill space. But you know, even if you just got one set, everything is going to go together really nicely. You can kind of see it right there. You know, one's pink and white, one's white and pink. You know, one's pink and burgundy, and you know, so on. So yeah, they look great together, no matter what.
That does not look like $29 worth of plants right there. Take a look at that long shot again. Look at that. You're getting all this for $29. Now, granted, when you get them, they're going to be smaller because you know. But here's the thing too. Why shop with us, all right? Because we eliminate all the middlemen. We eliminate, these things having to be transported from point A to B to C to D before they finally get to the garden store. These are delivered directly to you, okay, from the people that grow these. So you're not getting things that are picked over. You have our 1-year warranty with these anyway, because remember, these are perennials. They're gonna come back year after year after year. They get better and better. I always refer to them as like children. Except they're a lot easier to take care of, and they're a lot cheaper. But the point is, all you really have to do with this is really water them, make sure they're in the sun a good amount of the time, and buy some of that plant food that I told you about. That's it. Versus your kids, which, you got a morning, noon, and night, it's around the clock, whatever. What's nice about these is you still get a very similar reward, right? Because you're taking care of them and they give back so much. So the value is there, $29 for all 4. They're gonna look like this next year. This year, you're gonna get probably about half the growth, but they're gonna be beautiful. You will definitely get flowers, which I love. It's one of the things I love about doing this show. Is I wasn't a big time gardener before the show. I learned a lot as I've come along the way, because we have a lot of help here that gives us lots of great information. But what I've learned is to buy good quality product. Most important, where are your plants coming from? How long have they been sitting on the shelf? When was the last time they were watered? When was the last time they saw any sun? When you order from HSN, you're getting all that built in. Because the people that do this for us, we count on them and they count on us. So there can't be like dead plants showing up and things like that. So you can beautify your yard, your patio. I mentioned earlier, if you love container plants, these are perfect for that. Move them around, right? If you have a sunny spot out on your deck, move them around. You will love them. Put them in a decorative pot. They will be beautiful, all right? You can mix 2 together if you want. You could separate them. So many great things. There's close-ups of the actual flowers themselves. Get them home. This will be the only Today special that we do of these this year. So if you love color, if you love the butterflies and the bees and all that stuff, they're all gonna come to your house. They're gonna feast on these. They're gonna love them, and so will you. And you'll see flowers very, very soon. I want to say hi to all my Facebook friends who are joining us today. I love you guys. Who do we got here today? Hold on. We got, let's see. Wow, we already have hundreds of people. Rosemary, Laura, Judy, Martina, all my favorite girls are here. Let's see who else we got here. Sarah, Jan. So Tony's with me today. Beth is with us. I'll keep going on and on and on. I love Shady's with us. I love that you guys all love the flower and garden shows. Really quick before I hand it back to Rochelle, I want to show you what you get with it, all right? So you get the 4 growing plants, and they're right here on my left side. So you're gonna get 4 established plants, bright and green, ready to go into another pot, all right, or into the ground. You're also gonna get one of our leaf and petal brochures. I love these. These are not just a tag hanging off a little plant. These are actual brochures that tell you everything that you need to know about the plant. There's a cheat sheet on the back that tells you about the sun, what zone to put them in, planting distance, container size, all your information, and a phone number you can call are right here for you. So we hold your hand as you're going through it. So if you're not a green thumb person or a green hand person, we will help get you through it, but you will love it. There's nothing quite like growing a garden, especially with all the crap we've been through in the last couple of years. We need things that make us smile. And Rochelle, I look at these, there's nothing you can do but smile at them. They're gorgeous.
No, yeah, I know. They are gorgeous. I had mine in pots last year, and I planted them out in the garden at the end of the season so that they, as perennials, will come back. And I can't wait to see them again, because for me, I had a lot of the red ones for whatever reason. They just gave me extra red ones, and they were just such a bright, happy face to greet me as I pulled up the driveway. It's just really a really nice thing. And again, I want to highlight, these are plants that are going to be blooming during that really hot, kind of sticky part of the summer. The reason you're going to want to get them here, though, just kind of to that point, is nurseries sell plants that are in bloom. And so I just said that these are going to be in bloom in that hot, sticky part of the summer when nobody's going to the nursery and nobody's really planting. It's too hot. It's too much. We don't tend to do that. Our big seasons in the gardening world are spring, and then we have a second wind sort of in the fall. So these, I mean, I've never seen these up here in Boston in the nursery. I don't know where you live, but these are not a common thing. And it's because of the timing of the blooms. So that's why I think it's so fantastic that we offer them here. We're able to show you, what they're going to do. You can get them in the ground now so that, when it comes that time, you know what to expect. And you're going to have these great blooms year in and year out. And honestly, these ones, I love this as a container. They're so easy. If you have I'd say a first year 12, you'll probably want to upgrade to a 16 or an 18-inch container in the second year, or just go for an 18-inch container straight out. You only need one plant per container because these are going to get a couple feet tall, a couple feet wide. I'm going to put mine in some whiskey barrels, the ones I had here last year, and I'm going to pair them up with our sun patience because I think those colors match really well. And you get 4 of those and 4 of these, so it's a perfect match. And maybe like a grass or something spilling down the front for a nice combo planter. But you can really play with these. If you don't want them in a container at the end of the season, just plant them in the fall. They'll come back next year. You have the guarantee. All our perennials come with a 1-year guarantee. So the 1 year starts when we ship them to you. So not now. If you're up north like me, you're not going to get these until, late April or early May. But that's when your 1 year starts. So get them in the ground or get them in the pot there that you can see, which zone you're in there as far as shipping. Get them in the ground. You'll have this entire season. If you have any trouble, all of our contact details are on the back of the brochure. You can reach out via email, phone, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want. We've got it all there on the back of the brochure that comes in the box. And we have real people that are at our nursery that are experts in all of our plants and experts in gardening kind of across the country that are literally there to help you. And if you have any problems, the plant isn't performing, they'll help you solve the problem. We'll replace the plant if need be. And that is in effect all the way for the next year. So even, after the winter, if there's a winter kill problem or something went wrong, just call us up and feel free to call us up and ask us about any of our plants. Just ask questions. Yeah. We're literally there to answer your questions and make this easy for you.
It's so much better than going to the garden store. I'm telling you, first of all, if your plant dies in 8 months for whatever reason, try bringing it back to a garden store and watch them laugh at you, right? Or try to ask somebody a question that knows what they're talking about. I don't mean to poo-poo them all. A lot of them are knowledgeable, but then you can't find anybody to help you. This is a phone call away. $7.50 locks this in today. I would get it home so quickly. By the way, I'm beating a dead horse here, but get the plant food. The plant food is amazing, all right? I have this exact stuff. It's a little sachet. All you do is you drop it in your watering container, all right? It'll dissolve, you give it a little stir, and you pour that in about once every 2 or 3 weeks. That's all I do. And if you guys have seen all my plants, how they're thriving, and I'm not really a big time plant guy. Like I'm not out there babysitting every day. I don't have time. I've got my own baby that I have to deal with, a 20-year-old one, and he's a pain. No, I love him, you know that. But these are easy, all right? Every plant that we bring to you, that Leaf and Petal brings, are the hardy types. They're the ones that are easy. It's in our best interest that everything works for you. If we bring you ones that are really hard to grow, they're not gonna grow, right? Not all of you are gonna have a green thumb. These are easy, all right? They love the sun. They're a tropical plant, but you can grow them anywhere, all parts of the country. They love the summer, all right? You can bring them inside in the wintertime if you want, but you're gonna get blooms every day. And here's the cool part. What I love, there's something very romantic about hibiscus, right? Because hibiscus flowers basically last a day. They give you everything they have in one day, and then another bud grows. Every day a new one will come out. I love it. It's like this intense show for one day, and then more come out. And that'll go on all summer long. $29 is your cost, $19.95 if you get a brand new HSN credit card. Get them home. The item number is 786-497. Here's the information. If you want to get an HSN credit card, $10 off, you'll love it. I always mention that in my world, there's a lot of things in all of our worlds that cause stress. Flowers are not one of them. Flowers are one of those things that you can have that can make you decompress. Get a cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine at night or whatever it is you love, and walk outside and just look. You don't even have to talk. Just look at them, all right? And realize maybe the problems I have are not so big. Maybe I'm blowing things up, right? Because I'm just putting too much on my plate. The simplicity of life, right? The growing of things, whether it's your families, your pets, or your plants, That really is what lets you know what it's all about. Get them home. You're gonna get all 4 varieties, every color of that reddish, rose, and pink that you love. And you know, Rochelle, these would mix well and play well with other flowers and plants, wouldn't they?
Oh, absolutely. We have a few things in the show even that are going to be great with this. These are sun lovers, and they are also water lovers. It takes a bit of energy to throw out all those blooms. They're native to North America, which is another really nice feature of them. That just means that they're going to grow easier here because they're meant to grow here in our country and on our land. But they're native to swampy areas, so they're going to want a wet spot. Some of the other things we have, I mean, certainly the Impatience are a great option. I don't think we're talking about them today, but the butterfly bush and the butterfly mint, which are coming up later in the show, those are great color combinations. Those also want that full sun and will love a lot of moisture. I would say for mine, I just want to say the water is really important. Make sure it gets regular water or is in a wet spot. For me, I had a hose that had a hole in it last year, and I just like let it drape through the collection of planters that I had them in, and it just like watered them all the time. They were huge and enormous and gorgeous because they had this little teeny spray on them all the time. But whatever it takes, just make sure you keep them nice and well watered. And these are going to just go and go and go. And yeah, I can't wait to show you some of the other stuff that you can mix up with these because we have some great colors. These are great colors, but we got other pinks and purples and oranges and stuff coming up in the show. So yeah, if you got a full sun area, this is the show for you. We're going to be able to build up a whole bed for you if you need. Excuse me.
All right, brand new, if you want to get them home, remember, $29.95. What? $7.50 a plant? Get them home. You will absolutely love them. They are easy growers. Don't forget about the plant food. You will love these. We are going to do another presentation of our Today Special, not next hour, but the hour after. So if you join me a little bit late, no worries. We'll hook you up. We got plenty to go around as it's early in the day, but close to, I think, over 11,000. 11,500 already sold. Get these home. You're going to love them, and they're easy to grow. All right, I want to promote something. Can I? Butterfly bushes. All right. Every year, customer favorite. We bring them back year after year because everybody loves them. Why? They're beautiful. They have a whole different look texturally. They're like these long cones. I'll show you a picture of them. The color is amazing. We call it rainbow. I mean, look at that. Looks good enough to eat. Look at that, right? $16.95 is my smart deal today. Grab them, all right? You're gonna get 2 plants ready to go. They're already in the pots, ready to go. If you love butterflies or hummingbirds, what's nice about the rainbow bush, it's like they get hundreds of little compact flowers. So insects, hummingbirds love them because there's lots of food there. You'll be amazed. You'll have butterflies all over your yard. $16.95 on sale today and free shipping and handling. That is just ridiculous. Remember, we're doing 4 flex pay on all our lawn and garden today. And if you have an HSN credit card, you'll also get an extra flex, which is really nice to go along that as well. All right, let's go over to hummingbird. So I've said to you earlier, and I always talk about it, all right? If you feed them, they will come, all right? I mean, they'll probably show up at your yard anyway if you got a couple of wildflowers or whatever. But birds, insects, they're like people, right? They're very habitual. If they find an area that they like, they'll come back to it again and again. Why would they come back to your yard? Because you're putting on a veritable feast with this bush. $32.95. You ready for this? You're gonna get 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get all 4 in all the wonderful colors. So they come in yellow, lavender, fire orange, and this beautiful blush pink. 4 plants ready to go. I want to show you how hardy the plants are. I don't know if you can get it real close to that, Mikey. Look at how these plants are so beautiful. You'll never see anything like that in a plant store. Not so full and ready to go. They are amazing. $32.95. They are super hardy. Remember, when you order, we know where you live. We'll ship them when they're ready to go in the ground or ready to go outside. Easy to maintain and beautiful to look at. And I love the little spikes of color, Rochelle. I love the spikes.
I love these. I gotta say, the pink one, it's called Rosy Posy. It is my all-time favorite. I would pay, this whole price just to get one of those, let alone all four, because the Rosy Posy, I don't know what it is about it. It's that pretty pink with the leaf is actually a little bit silvery on all of these, and it just has this amazing scent, and the combination of the silver and the pink is my favorite. But the other interesting thing, you can't really tell from what the set is, when these get into your garden and start to mature over, a season or two, they're going to establish, these are perennials. Not only are they going to smell amazing, this smells kind of like a minty anise, like a really great spa experience. But what I wanted to tell you is you've kind of got a design ready-made here. The yellow ones are shorter than the other three varieties. And then the orange and the pink are kind of mid-height. And then the purple ones, they're going to be a little bit taller. So you really don't have to think too hard about getting that nice progression of a front to back planting in your bed. You can just kind of yellow, and then the pink and the orange, and then the purple at the back. So we tried to make it really easy for if you want to do a full bed of these. And I gotta say, I've got these planted out in my front walkway, and I did that very much on purpose. Two reasons. One, because my kitchen window looks out over my front walk, and I can sit there and I can watch the hummingbirds, and they come like crazy. My morning coffee, whatever, I've got a big picture window there. And then two, whenever anybody walks up through the summer, this smell coming off of them is just so unique and nice. It's this calming, relaxing, beautiful smell. And you walk right through that. It's just a nice way to, welcome yourself home or welcome anybody else to your house with something really, just smells so good, and just, makes people feel really like, wow, I'm in a nice place that, something is interesting is going on here. And these are easy. They do not need any real care. These are a really tough plant. They unlike some of the, they're not going to need a ton of watering. Get them established. They're tough as nails. They kind of take care of themselves. I don't ever water mine. They just, get the natural water, and they're happy. They're very drought resistant. So easy on that front.
I just love, texturally, I love them. That when you're building a garden, you got to realize there's lots of different ways to do it. You can choose color, the saturation, the background, whatever. But the texture is important. So if you put these like with the hibiscus, right? You'd have giant flowers, then you'd have spears all around it. Imagine how beautiful that would be when you're constructing your garden. Or if you just want to put this out on your patio, they'd be beautiful for that. 1 year warranty comes with this. You get all four, the yellow, the lavender, the orange, and you get that beautiful peachy rose color. All four are included for $32.95. Free shipping and handling on these. Remember, check out HSN for all of our other stuff. If you love tomatoes, and I know I love tomatoes, my dad used to love tomato garden. He had a tomato garden, it was wonderful. We've got our Leaf and Petal Taste of Italy vegetable garden, which gives you a little bit of everything, right? Every kind of delicious taste of tomato that you would want, all four, for $24.50. Easy to grow. You get all four plants, different varieties. You'll love that. That is available at 87708. Yeah, that's the number if you want to get that. And remember, we have lots of other things on hsn.com, thousands and thousands of products that you can pick up just by searching, right? What do you want? I need a new watch. Type in watches, right? That's all you got to do. Best deals on everything from kitchen. There's our boy Curtis Stone. All kinds of great stuff. Just more to explore over there on hsn.com. So make sure you check it out. All right, we're going to step away. When we come back, we've just started. We have the butterfly bush. Take a look. There it is. Coming up next. Ooh.
There is nothing quite like shopping with a friend.
So pull up a chair and shop with us.
We'll be dishing the scoop on what's hot.
Catch you up on what you've missed.
And share some of our favorite discoveries.
Come shop with us every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
I'm on a hunt for the things that make life easier. The products you can't live without. It's all about having the right tool for the right job. Come join me every Saturday to find out what makes me say, now that's clever.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com. and search Gemstone Care to see our gemstone enhancement chart.
I think it's so important to celebrate Women's History Month, and most importantly, to celebrate women. Let me tell you what, we rock.
So every year, we bring this out. Every year it sells out, with good reason. It's probably one of the most breathtaking plants you will ever buy, all right? It has so much going on between the shoots of the flowers and the incredible, it's almost like a sagey looking foliage on it. It's unbelievable. Each one of these little like stems has literally like 100 little buds in it. And the reason that butterflies and hummingbirds love this is that so many different feeding stations in here. We sell this out every year. It is only $16.95. If you are not going online to order it right now, I am yelling at you inside because you need to get it. Everybody that orders is going to get 2 of these. I'm going to step to the side just so you can see how big they are. You know I'm a big guy, right? Look at the size of how beautiful these are, all right? You're going to get 2 plants in pots ready to go. They get better and better every single year. They'll get more and more full. They're perfect mixed in with other garden items. They're great as borders. If you want to put them on either side of your front entryway, they're gorgeous there. They make wonderful planters. They are unbelievable. Get in now, don't wait, okay? I'm just telling you, these sell out every single season with good reason. Rochelle, you know what amazes me? The multicolor of these. They have every cool color that I love. Orange and yellow and pink and purple, and I mean, they're unbelievable to look at.
Yeah, I love these too. These are all my favorite garden colors in one big bloom stalk. So this isn't like some of our other plants where we're growing 2 or 3 different plants, either grafted or in the same pot to get all those multicolors. This is the plant itself. Those flowers have this beautiful ombre effect that goes from orange to yellow to purple along the whole stalk of the flower. And when you mix that together with the very pretty silvery foliage of this plant, to me, I love more wild looking plants. This has that more wild, naturalistic, romantic look that I really like in plants. This is going to be a great plant for a hot summer, sunny area. That's the silver foliage. When you see silver foliage, you can always kind of assume it's going to be good in that hot, dry area. This is going to be an easy plant to grow top to bottom of the country. I'm way up here in the north. These die back to the ground where I live, but you'll get that full growth of the full shrub. They grow very fast every spring. So, 3, 4, 5 feet, even depends on what variety you have. These aren't going to get that big, but they put out all of that growth in one season. Down south, the branches might not die all the way back, but they will lose their leaves in the winter, but they'll come back year in and year out, giving you this, which is, it's airy and summery. And the other thing about this that is my favorite thing, this is one of those big fragrance plants for your garden. So if you love your garden to smell and to kind of, you can, different scents as you walk around it. This one smells like honey. So if you're thinking about like some of the other plants, you've got the anisey mint, and then this is literally like a warm pot of honey. It just throws out that scent that draws in the hummingbirds. I promise you, you will get hummingbirds with this. Certainly you will also get butterflies and bees. Mine are covered every year with these big yellow butterflies. I'm not sure what variety they are, but they love these. And they're just such a focal point for that pollinator garden. If you're trying to support the pollinators and the bees and all of that birds, this is a great focal point. Kind of put this in the middle of the bed, the hummingbird mint around it. These are great combinations. They like the same kinds of places in your yard, and that is to say they like nice sunny spots, get them a decent amount of water, but they are tough and pretty resistant, so they'll take a lot of heat and not, once they're established, you don't have to worry about them as much with the water. And they're just easy. That's like a sunset and a flower.
Isn't it?
It's amazing.
That's great, I love that. It's sunset and a flower. Rochelle, that's awesome. But they really are. Well, if you love, listen, And here's another thing I'll tell you. If you can only afford one thing, right? Maybe you're thinking, what do I want that has the most bang for the buck? That is one of the reasons people love this plant so much. I'm already ordering the Patio Rose tree, but I really, really, really want to get these as well for $16.95. It's just $16.95. Those are going in my cart as well. And also, if you could come in close on the foliage, because it's really important for me to show you. It's so different from, normally you see very, very deep green. This has a foliage that reminds me, Rochelle, of sage, right? You know how sage has almost like a powdered look to it? It's so beautiful. Yep. I think it makes the flowers stand out even more. And also, look at how they spike out. I don't know if you can see. Here's one that's just starting to bloom. If you could get close, Mike, on the one in my hand, right here, that one. If you can see, it's starting. See the little purple flowers that are growing right there? There's little purple flowers. You can sort of see them. Where are you? There you are. And that gives you an idea of the color of the leaves. This is how they start. And then those flowers are going to run all the way down, about a third way down the stem, until they wind up looking like that. There's one that's growing, and you can see it on the bottom. And they are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as they mature. Remember, this is a perennial. This is going to come back year after year, 1-year warranty. We are extremely busy. Kyle, do we have enough of these, or are we going to sell these out? All right, good. All right, we're okay, because we know how much you love these. We've already sold 1,000 in the last 5 minutes, okay? So if you want them, I would get them. Not a bad idea to order more than one set. Right? Get one maybe for the front of your yard. You guys have seen my house because you've been to my garden shows at my house. And Rochelle, you probably have as well. I have very little property. I mean, Rochelle, you don't have a lot of property either. No, I
have a huge garden.
Huh?
I'm planting a whole hedge of these this year. I have a huge garden.
Yeah, I don't know. But you've seen my house. I have nowhere to go. I got a little yard in the back. So a lot of my stuff goes out on the deck. So I have a little area in the front of my yard where I like to plant things. So don't be shy about getting 2 sets, and wait for the color to happen. Let's talk about why do the butterflies, in your opinion, why do the butterflies love these things so much, Rochelle?
Oh, it's because they have so many flowers. I mean, those cone spikes that you see there, they look like they're just one big flower, but they're not. They're actually like probably thousands of little flowers, and they have those deep throats. The hummingbirds love it. And I want to say, I have a really big garden. Just the vegetable garden is 20 by 60 feet or something like that. Anyway, I had this plan this summer to plant a bunch of these around the edges. And the reason for that is because they do bring so many of those pollinators. It's a companion planting idea. All those vegetables need pollinators to come to, get me all my fruits and vegetables and flowers and things. And these are great plants to draw them to you. So if you're growing other things, whatever that is, plants, vegetables, these are great companion plants to a lot of things because they attract so many of the good bugs that, often take care of the bad bugs if you're having any issues with that. So these are a fantastic thing, and they're just easy. That's what I love about these. I've grown them for years. I have different colors. They do come in some different colors. This one I am so excited about. I've never grown this one where it has this ombre effect over the, whole flower cone there. I just think that is so pretty, and it is so unique. I don't know if I've ever seen this in the garden center, to be honest.
No.
You always see like pink or burgundy or a purple. But never this like yellow-orange purple thing. This is totally beautiful.
I haven't seen hardly any of the stuff that we have in the garden store. Like the Patio Rose tree, I've never, ever seen that before, ever. Well, because you know what the flower stores do? They bring in really, really inexpensive stuff, right? Because, they not like stuff that's already established, little baby stuff. But what's nice about what we do is you get a variety, all right? These are amazing. That's all I'm going to tell you. And all my Facebook ladies out there and the guys out there, try to offer a lot of different stuff. If you can only get one thing again, either this or that rose tree, because I know, a lot of you can't spend all your money today, but for only $16.95, think how much pleasure this is going to give you, right? Think about it when you get up in the morning, going outside to see, have my children grown? Do I have any new kids out there, right? That is the fun part about gardening. Every day I wake up, right, when I'm not working, I have to be here before it gets sunlight out, I go out on my deck with my coffee. and I look to see what's grown. It's my favorite thing, right? I don't check on Danny because he's not up that early, and he's usually not home. He's usually at college. I'll check on him later. But I love to go outside, and I like to see the progress. And remember, again, get the plant food, all right? Plant food you can use on anything, all right? That little jar of plant food, we'll put the item number up again. That's a big help. I think it's one of the reasons I do well, because I don't babysit my plants that well, but I do fertilize them with food, like once every 3 weeks. There it is, right there. Get the stuff. It's worth it. And that, by the way, that's enough for at least a year, maybe 2 years. So you're getting a lot of plant food, and you can use it on all your plants. But get it home. All right, we have hundreds of you in the ordering process. We're gonna put our clock up. If you want it, we are already, Kyle, would it be fair to say a third of our quantity is already sold out? Yeah. Wow, 1,600 already in this show. So if you want to get them, 3 minutes left to get them. What about maintenance and care, Rochelle? What do I got to do with these guys? Anything special?
No, you really don't. I would say the only thing you really want to do is, if you love cut flowers, bring your scissors out to the garden and cut some stems. Not only are the flowers really beautiful and they're great in the vase, and they give you kind of a nice color scheme for your bouquet, you know, because they've got this full range of colors in there, so you can really pull in some other things from your garden. With, you know, butterfly mint, those are also great color cut flowers. But these also have that beautiful foliage. I know we've talked about it already, but I can't emphasize it enough. This kind of foliage, when you're looking at your garden, flowers come and go, but the foliage is going to be there all season. And if you want your garden to have good interest all the time, you do want to get things with different colored foliage, different leaf size, different kinds of shapes and textures. And this one is really unique. It's very silvery. It's very light and airy. It just looks really great. It offsets from a lot of the other things we have, like the hibiscus. Those have a bigger, darker, greener leaf, and they're more dense looking. Whereas these, you know, the contrast is just gorgeous. You know, you'll have this light, airy thing and then a more dense thing. It gives your eyes something to look at as it bounces around the garden. It just gives it a lot more interest, even if the flowers weren't there. Although I will say, these are going to flower all summer for you. These are not a, some flowers, they come and then they're gone in a few weeks. This is a nice long blooming shrub. And again, it is a shrub, a perennial shrub. So it's going to come back year in and year out. And you have that 1 year guarantee from us. If you ever have any problem at all, anything with any of our plants, just call. Yeah, look at that. There's a nice contrast there. That's so great. That looks beautiful together. You don't realize it until you put it in the garden together. You need the contrast of leaves just as much as you need the contrast of flowers and color. So yeah, get something like this, because it will make all your other plants really look a little more interesting. They'll stop blending together so much. It gives you a pop of something else.
Well, you know, and I think you learn that as you go. But for a lot of you out there who don't know it, that's what you want to do. You want to pick as many shades and colors and all that. I mean, when I look around here, and I'm looking around our set right now, you know, normally we just have a lot of foliage around here, right? Green. It's early in season. It's Florida. We have magnolias and trees all over. But when we put these out, the whole place comes to life, right? And it's the same. It's going to be the same in your yard. When you bring all these different colors out. In fact, can you guys show the Impatience really quick? I just want to show everybody like the difference in the types of colors. Like, look here. Right? And now look at the next one with more bold, deeper colors and a darker foliage. Imagine how nice those are going to go, the Impatience with the butterfly bush. I mean, what a great combo. Right?
Yeah, and those are sun patience on top of that, so you can plant them right next to them because they take that sun. And those colors, that burgundy and magenta, I was just looking at, you know, that reflects those beautiful colors in the butterfly bush and the flowers there. So, you know, you're building these contrasts and partners. And by the way, I just want to say, we do put these shows together to have plants that go together. That's why we pick what we pick, is so that, you know, when you're shopping, we are trying to make it easy for you. Everything you see will work and grow together and look good together in your garden, and will give you kind of that, designer look very easily. That's part of our goal when we build these shows, is to give you that easy, you know, so you can pick a few things and you can feel confident that it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean, I was just standing over here, and I'll go back because I wanted everybody to see. Like, look at the color. This is our set. Look at the colors. Can you imagine having the sun patience in your front yard, right? And remember, sun patience are great. They don't need a lot of sun. And you also have the butterfly bush. Maybe up on your patio, you have your desert rose tree. Look at this thing. You can have all this today without breaking the bank. Those are coming up in just a bit. We only have about a minute remaining. I know we went longer on the butterfly bush. We always do because everybody loves it. Get it home while you can. If you can't do $16.95, we'll take $10 off with a brand new HSN credit card. Shipping and handling is free. Remember, we will deliver these when it's time for them to go where you live. So if you live up north, you're gonna wait a little bit longer. It's already, it's already March, so you'll wait another month or two. You won't be charged, but you'll secure your order. And then remember, middle of the country is April, bottom of the country is March. Okay, get them home, you're gonna love it. Last call, 787-737. We went through almost half the quantity of these in just one airing. So I encourage you to grab them while you can, all right? Remember, check out, this is a smart deal, by the way. I don't even think I ever mentioned that, but it is a smart deal, and we got lots of other great smart deals. What is a smart deal? Well, when we don't have enough quantity to make it a today's special, we make it a smart deal. And those are all our smart deals we got going on right now. Great discount, today's special pricing, but not the quantity. Coming up in my next hour, oh yeah, we got some great stuff. Check this out. All right. We're getting there. It's our 2-in-1 pole saw. All right, so you know I've owned 2 of these, right? I owned my first one, I had it for 7 years. I bought another one last year, I love it. It's the best way to be able to take out jumbo branches without ever getting on a ladder. It also is a hand saw. So if you want to chop up kindling wood and things like that, you can do it as well. It is electric, which means you will never have to put gas in it or deal with fumes. It's not as noisy, it's easy to handle. I love this tool. Lowest price ever at $69.99. It is my pick. In the next hour, I own one. I bought my brother one. He loves it. Get it. It's a customer pick on hsn.com. All right. I kind of did a little tease on our sun patience, but I will tell you this. We have last call already. There's 400 left and they will sell out very quickly. You get the fuchsia, the coral, and I don't even know what to call this color. This is like purple pinks on steroids crazy. They're called sun patience. We only have 2 minutes. Rochelle, I'm gonna defer to you right away. We get all 3 plants. Go ahead, talk about them.
There's a reason I've been in the landscape industry for over 20 years, and I've planted millions of these, and there's a reason for that. It is because they just go and go and go. They are solid performers. They are the answer to, pretty much any problem. And a landscaper will use these, if you have a spot that is not really growing anything else, or maybe you don't know what you want to do with it yet. These are annuals. So you get all of this bang that you see right here in one season. They grow quickly. They are tough as nails. If you forget to water them, you'll see they'll like limp down and they look like they're going to die. It's the most amazing thing. Throw some water on them, and an hour later, they'll be right back up there without a lick of damage on them. Most plants won't do that. So they are super tough. The great thing about sun patience, as opposed to impatience, which you might have grown before, impatience were the answer to all of your shade color problems. A lot of plants don't really put on a big show in the shade. These throw out that color in the shade, but because they're sun patience, they've been bred to also do that in the sun, which is really great, because a lot of people have, you have a shady corner and you have one type of plant, and then you can't really find anything that quite matches to put in the other corner, which is super sunny. So this kind of ties your yard together. You can repeat the colors around, give your yard some rhythm and design cohesiveness. I always tell people repeat on your plants and your colors. This makes it easy because they're both sun and shade, and they're just so simple. And that, by the way, that growth is one season. So this gets our annual. They're going to ship 2 weeks later, and they only have the 90-day
1 year
guarantee. But that's because they're going to do everything they're going to do in the first 90 days, and they'll get that big, especially in the South, in the first 90 days. That's what they do.
Look
They
at how
grow
full
big
they
and
get.
just
Yeah.
bloom. Yeah.
Look at how
They're
full
just
these are.
crazy.
You get all three. Going to be smaller plants when you get them, but this is what they're going to look like at the end of the summer. And here's what I'll tell you, as we only have, how many do we have left down there? All right, they're going to sell out, but here's what I'll tell you. If you suck at gardening, I say that with love, this is what you want, all right? If you're really bad, you're like, I can't, get some patience, okay? My father used to grow these. He had these out under his, we had beech nut trees, and he would put sun patience and pachysandra all around because he was like, I do not want to deal with it. And they would come back year after year after year. All right, we'll let you know when that sells out. All right, my pick of the hour. Where is it? There it is. All right, let's just all look at it, all right? Everybody out there, this is my pick of the hour. It was really hard to do because everything in my hour was great. This is called the desert, or no, this isn't the desert rose. This is the patio rose. I also own the desert rose. That's the one that's in a little pot. This will also come to you, but this comes to you fully developed in what they call the bare root stalk. I'll show it to you in a minute. You just pop it in the ground, and this is what it's going to look like at the end of the summer, okay, or middle of summer. Here's what it looks like when you get it. And realistically, it's the only way to send out a rose plant is like this, all right? And then as soon as you drop it into a pot and add your soil, watch what happens. The transformation will be amazing. It's exciting to watch it grow. The buds will come out, it gets fuller, and this is what it'll come out to look like. Now, what they did is they basically put two varieties into one plant. So you're gonna get not only the fire orange, but you also get the one that's variegated. It has like orange, the orange and the gold in it. And this is how full it'll get. I'm gonna let Rochelle take over here as I get a drink of water. But Rochelle, I'm getting this right after the show. I'm getting this, and I'm getting more butterfly bushes if we have any left. This is spectacular.
This, you know what, they really do work together because the two color in this is the same two colors in that butterfly bush, and they do that blending sort of thing. These two flowers, if you see here, this is what you're going to get. This is a tree rose. I almost can't fit it in the thing. It's so big. You're going to want to put it in a pot. There's a kind of a crown under here. Make sure you, when you dig your hole here, that you put a little mound in the middle so you make good root contact down there. But then after that, just fill this in. I mean, this is tall. It's a great size, and you're gonna see right away. Some of them will even come with some greenery coming out. Mine doesn't, but these stems are nice and green and healthy. If you can't plant it right away, it comes in big plastic bag. Leave it in the plastic bag until you're ready to plant it. If you take it out, it'll dry out faster, and you don't want that. You want that moisture to stay in there, and then get it planted. Oh yeah, mine does actually have little leaves coming out already. Look at that. Anyway, they're gonna throw out this foliage for the season, and if you look close, you'll be able to see. I can see it right here. What we've done is grafted two different types of roses onto one tree stalk. So it's really actually three types of roses. We've picked the best growing stalk here, and then we've picked two fantastic bloomers to graft onto it. So you're getting the best of three different plants is how that works. That's like the feats of horticulture, as I like to call it. So you'll get this nice arrangement of orange and yellow orange, this beautiful apricot colors, very similar to that butterfly bush where you get that ombre effect. They're coming out together. These smell great. It's fantastic showpiece. I mean, this is one of those things where people will come to your house and they'll be like, how did you do that? You got like yellow and orange, and what is going on there? And it is one plant. They've just been grafted together. So it's a real conversation piece and a talking point. It's eye-catching because it's, not what you see every day.
I want to show everybody, because what I did is I took the butterfly bush and I brought it over to sort of give you an example of what Rochelle was talking about. So if you look at the color in the patio rose, look how well it's complemented. That's a great shot right there. Look at how pretty that is. Come on, look at that. I mean, you have a little more intensity, obviously, because these are roses, and roses are amazing. Beautiful floral, great scent, all that stuff. But then look at the textural difference, not only in the flowers, but in the foliage as well. You have dark green, bright pops of color, soft green. All right, we have to update. Some patients are gone, right? We'll get more in, I'll try. We'll do the best we can, but congratulations there. But if you look at this is kind of, I just walked this over here. And all of a sudden, I look like I'm a garden architect. I know what I'm doing here, right? But it's complementary colors, although they're very different. Look at how great that looks together. Anyway, I'll just slide that over a little bit so you can see more of the base of the other plant. But I just wanted to just kind of show you how beautiful that is. So this will become a tree. This is a tree when you get it, all right? It's not really a plant. It's like a rosebush tree when it comes to you. And we'll work our way up. You'll see it's got a pretty thick stalk when you buy it. I don't know if I have, do I have the bare root anywhere or no? Is it over there?
I got it here.
I'll grab it. You have it. Rochelle will show it to you.
Yeah.
Tell me when I get this, because I know a lot of people are like, what do I do when I get it? Tell everybody how to plant it, all that great stuff.
Yeah. So I have a container planter here. I'm going to put mine in a container. I always think that these topiary shapes work best in a container. You can put them out in your yard. I also like to protect these in the winter, just so I know that they're going to come back. So I'll just pull them into my garage and maybe even put a little bit of wrapping around them, like bubble wrap or something, just to give them a little insulation. But this is how it's going to come. This is a 16-inch pot. This is perfect size. You can go bigger, and then you could put some other things around it. You could put sun patience around it or something, you could put the butterfly mint around the base. These things will all look really pretty with these colors, and they'll like the same thing. Put it out in the sun, keep it watered, and that's really just it. The roots, you'll want to plant them right up to where it's kind of obvious. Make sure you put a little cone of dirt up under in here, so you make sure you get good root contact on all of those roots. And that's it. The nice thing about these, I mean, people always ask about bare root. It seems like, this sort of alien thing to some people, especially if you've never grown things from bare root. But it's actually, for roses specifically, it is the best way to get new roses into your garden. They're going to establish more quickly. You're not giving it all of this. When a plant has all of the foliage already out, it's putting all of its energy into keeping that foliage healthy, and it's not putting it into throwing out new roots. And that is what you want it to do when you first plant it. And then it'll throw out the foliage. It'll last longer. It makes it more resilient. It gets it established in your garden and growing, into that second and third year, more rapid growth quicker. So these are also, this is a great way. We can send you an older plant. So this isn't a baby plant. No. This is an established plant with two other plants grafted on. Yeah. So you're getting a lot of growth already in this package of this bare root. Yeah. It's a great way to grow roses.
I've got one side by side, and I don't know if you can see, but the bare root is the size of the tree already. You kind of, I don't know if you guys can see it from there, but here it is. So this is exactly the size of what this is. The only difference is this has already started to flower. So as we said, most of its energy is being used. But if you come in, I don't know how close you can come. I want to get the top of the bare root right here. Can you see the color on this? Look at how rich and green it is. Do you see how green all these stems are? These are all going to be full of flowers. All you do is drop it in the ground. It'll start growing immediately, and all its energy will go into creating this. So you're not going to get a little rose bush and then half the roses fall off, and now you're waiting for new ones. You're going to get all fresh roses with this. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, it is. As I said, my pick. I think it's what we should call the bang for your buck pick, because it is that gorgeous. It is only $54.99. It's free shipping and handling. You'll get it as soon as it's time to pop it into the ground or into your pot. I would order this and get it as quickly as I could, because you could also put this, in a sunny spot in your home until it's ready to go outside, and then you'll be good to go. All right, we're wrapping up our first hour, 791-799. Rochelle, get yourself a drink, relax. You will be back coming up in a little bit when we do our next airing of our Today Special. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, Rochelle, I think we got mail. What do we got in here?
Hey guys,
comments?
You've got mail.
Thank you. All right, Annie. Hi, Annie. Good morning, Annie. Annie says hi. Good morning, everybody. Sarah said she's got so many compliments on her garden from last year's Today's Special of the hardy hibiscus. She loved it. She said it's huge. Colors were vibrant. Martina says she loves this color on me. Oh, you're so sweet. And she says lovely things to me. She says it's snowing in Oklahoma City. It's not snowing in Florida. Hopefully that'll end soon. Remember, we take all your questions and comments and we read them live whenever we can. Streaming live on Facebook. My name is Guy. Hour number 2 coming up in just a bit. I got to show everybody my pole saw. So I just got my second one last year. I love this machine. Anybody that is a do-it-yourselfer, if you need to trim up large branches, these are not clippers. This is an actual pole saw. All right, safe to use, but it's a convertible saw. You can use it as a pole saw